Alright, welcome everyone to day 3 of the FX Open Invitational Series number 6. We're going to go through groups G and F. G and F, I am terrible. G and H today. I am absolutely silly. Anyway, we're going to have some great games coming up today. We're going to start it off with a Group G. It is going to be Symbol, Lowly, Baby Knight, and Keen. Let's jump straight into the first game, which is going to be Symbol versus Lowly right now. So, of course, I am Unstable, joined here by Railcoon for this one, and jumping into it, this is, of course, Codex-style groups. First one up is a ZVZ, FXOLowely up against TSLSymbol. Cloud Kingdom will be game number 1, and let's jump straight into the game.
We just got a 9 pool from Symbol, by the way.
Oh, hey,
Hi.
Nice timing. All right, so Symbol starting down here at the bottom left-hand corner as our red Zerg, going with the 9 pool opening. At the same time, up here at the top right, we are going to have FXOLowely going for a... was that an extractor trick? Yes, it was. Just looking at this. So let's see... oh, he's actually going for a pull himself, which is very lucky for him. That's going to instantly give him an advantage.
This is a really strange opening, because the 9 pool is rather uncommon. You see 10 pool a lot, or maybe a 6 or 7 pool. The 9 pool is kind of an odd number. And then Lowly decided to do a build that you don't really see in StarCraft 2 that often, but was really popular in Brood War, referred to as the Overpool, where you do the extractor trick, Overlord, and then pool. It's a little bit more economic version of the 10 pool, basically. So with this mashup of build orders, it is going to put Lowly in an advantaged position because he's got about 3 more workers than Symbol does, and his spawning pool isn't far enough behind for it to really matter.
Yeah, exactly. We do have gas being taken now by Lowly, though, not for Symbol just yet. And I see him being clicked over here to see what's going on. Lowly, Symbol's going to come in here, see no hatch, and be very disappointed with his build order choice.
I'm pretty sure that Lowly saw those Zerglings with his Overlord, too. He's going to see them again, but that's going to make him aware he's not going to cut any corners, which, again, is going to be really nice. Got 4 Zerglings out. Actually made a drone.
He's going to have the Queen, though, so... yeah.
Yeah.
Having that Queen out is just going to make Symbol go home. And with Lowly having that gas, he's going to have swing speed so much quicker than Symbol, and that's going to be really important. We do see, is he going to get one of the Zerglings? Yes, he does get one, but Symbol's deciding to stick around in that base. Now, Lowly's going to realize that what timing of that was, and oh, he's actually going to go for that Baneling Nest. And if he decides to counterattack, this could be very devastating for Symbol. And oh, Lowly, after all that, you've left your Overlord here.
Oh no, that is the worst possible thing that can happen right now. He doesn't have the minerals to replace the Overlord right now. If it had the minerals, he could have rebuilt it immediately and been okay, but now he's going to be supply blocked for quite a while, right when he wanted to go for that Zergling Baneling attack. It's still possible, but the issue is having Queens out really helped deflect a lot of these really early Baneling attacks. With that ranged attack, if your Banelings are not an overwhelming number, they can take quite a few of them out before they get to the drone line. And now he's going to have to back off, try and make the Banelings. He's thinking about it. Do I want to do it right now when I can't follow it up with the Zerglings? Yeah, but he's only got enough to make a couple. Well, that's not really going to do enough against the Queens and the Spine Crawlers. He doesn't know about the Spine Crawlers. He could walk right into this and just lose all the Banelings for nothing. And what's he doing walking forward with that Baneling?
Oh, there's Zerglings at the front. There were Zerglings in front of the Queens right there, but he does see the Spine Crawler now. He does see a 3rd Queen on the way. Is he going to get the transfuse off on that Queen? Oh, he actually transfused the wrong Queen. Was that a misclick by Symbol?
No, the other one didn't have energy. It was the low health Queen throwing out a transfuse right before it died.
Okay.
Just to try and get some healing off from that energy. So it was a nice play because the Queen was going to die either way. She had enough for a transfuse. Might as well get some healing done, even though the other Queen wasn't damaged enough where it was a full heal. Yeah. It just helps a little bit, and he had the 3rd Queen to take her place anyway. But we do see Lowly is switching off into a hatchery at this point. Gonna try and hope that Symbol was overly defensive, but with these Spine Crawlers, he's not gonna be able to hold him off from expanding for too long because these Spine Crawlers are just gonna leapfrog forward, and then he's gonna be safe to drop a hatchery. So Symbol is actually in a really good spot right now. Mostly because of that supply block with the Overlord.
Yeah, the supply block and then also the aggression coming out from Lowly that wasn't all that effective. Oh, he will be able to force the cancel on that hatchery though. Will lose these Zerglings. There's nothing you can really do about that. However, look at the
Yeah.
drone count, Relkin. 27 to 24. He was just an 18, so Symbol's only just droning again. So, sorry, Lowly is only just droning again. I really feel if he'd, like, defended that attack, right, and then just droned and taken a hatch instantly, he would have been so far ahead.
Yeah, now Lowly is actually trying to go straight into a roach war, and he has some roaches on the way. But these are not going to be upgraded roaches. They're going to be quite slow to get across the field. He's already seen 3 spine crawlers and several queens. I'm not sure this is the best decision right now, because he's not going for a layer either. Unless this is just to hold off a counterattack, then that would be fine. But the roaches are actually moving across the field. But there are... okay, he's droning behind it. That's good. If he was actually trying to be aggressive with these roaches, I would be very, very confused. But since he is droning behind it, he's just trying to hold the center of the map, try and keep up the illusion that he might be coming forward with some units, and then just going to be trying to drone really hard.
Absolutely. All right, so looking at the work accounts now, they're pretty much even. +1 for his roaches are coming out now for Symbol, but Lowly hasn't actually gone to a lair yet. He's still sitting on that 1 gas. Symbol already has double gas here. So it's interesting to see what Lowly's thinking about doing, because there's no way he can actually attack into this. I'm surprised he hasn't like taken a 3rd hatch or done something a little bit risky.
The layer's almost done too. Yeah, he needs to do something. Even trying to poke with the roaches probably would have been a little bit better. Now he's actually following up with roaches. I'm not sure if he actually did want to go for that roach attack, why he inserted all those drones in the middle. Yeah, it means he'll be able to support the roaches a little bit better, but with this kind of a timing for an attack, you're generally going to run with the roaches and reinforce the Zergling Baneling anyway.
Well, he did just get a complete scout of entire Symbol's base, realizes the +1 on the Evo chamber, and roach speed is on the way because the lair is finished. He saw the animations for that. However, looking at the roach count, it's 14 to 10 in favor of Lowly. He's slightly up in that supply. However, he's only just started his lair now. He's not going to have any of those upgrades.
Yeah, he's still cranking out roaches. He might be in a position where he thinks that he's actually just committed because he's so far behind in that layer timing. You can see he does have the roach count advantage at the moment. Neither of them do have speed, but Symbol's speed's not that far off. So Symbol's is in a pretty good position, I should say it that way. And he's spreading his creep out just to connect so that he'll be able to start taking a 3rd pretty soon. And he has an infestation pit on the way as well. Symbol is just taking a really nice advantage right now. He's going to be in a really solid position, +2 missile attacks on the way as well, right while Lowly is only just starting his evolution chambers.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, so with the extra creep coming out here, I really have to give the advantage to Symbol. He's already got his infestation pit, as you were saying. Hatching glands on the way, but it's still... the way the ZVZ just really works out is sometimes you can make a massive comeback. Like we saw, I believe it was... I'm forgetting who it was. It was earlier, but one Zerg player was ahead in roaches, decided to go for a flanked attack and got shut down twice because he didn't realize infestors were out a little bit quickly, and even though he was ahead, ended up losing the game because of that. I can't remember exactly who it was. We've casted so many games in the last few days.
This is the point where the lack of roach speed really, really hurts. Lowly had a massive roach advantage, 3 to 1. There were 3 spine crawlers, but that's not enough to hold that huge of a roach advantage, and he just couldn't get across the map fast enough. And Symbol got more roaches out. The infestors are on the way now. And he knew that with this Overlord here, that it just wasn't going to get here in time. And that it would have been such a great opportunity if he had the roach speed, but these units just weren't fast enough. His roach speed is finally going to finish. He has his own infestation pit on the way, but Symbol is still solidly ahead. Worker counts are pretty even, but getting these infestors out much earlier, he's going to have more infestors, he's going to have more energy, he's going to have more fungals, more infested Terrans. If he really wants to force a fight, the infested Terrans are really good for that. And he just has pretty much complete control of the center of the map and the pace of the game right now, which is really important in Zerg vs. Zerg.
Yeah, exactly. That 3rd base up and running much quicker is, I feel, just going to extend the lead that Symbol has at the moment. They're still pretty much even on the work accounts. Lowly's going very heavy into those roaches already, but with the vision he has, I'm surprised he's doing this because he doesn't really need to worry about being aggressed on anytime soon. He's starting to drone quite a bit more because that 3rd base is popping out in a second.
Yeah, both the third bases are actually finishing pretty close to each other. You would have figured that Symbols would have been coming much sooner, but Lowly did a good job of anticipating that and made his pretty early. Because partially because of what you said of him having really good Overlord sight at the moment. He actually is seeing a little bit more of the map than Symbol is, but now he's gonna keep moving out with these roaches. I don't think he has. Oh, he does have an overseer here, so he'll be able
Yeah.
to start clearing away this creep. That's actually something you gotta consider. Like, creep is a two-way street in Zerg vs. Zerg. It's one of those things you gotta think about quite heavily in this matchup.
Well,
Like,
it
do you want
also
to spread it?
it's also vision as well. Remember.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was huge.
Oh.
All those roaches are going to die now. There's nothing the Symbol can do. But oh my God, another one.
Oh,
And
they're all dead.
Yeah.
He has enough fungals. All of those roaches are dead.
Oh.
All of the other ones just barely got away. You didn't get the last fungal on them.
Oh, but that doesn't really matter. Symbol now a good 40 supply ahead. He has the upgrade advantage to 0-2 compared to 1-1. And oh my God, that was the.
He can't heal those roaches. He doesn't have burrow. That could be game right there. Like, his investors are out now, but it's 4 against the how many at this point? 7. And remember what I was saying, infested Terrans are really good at forcing a fight by saying you have to fight right here because the infested Terrans. And he's actually gonna be able to focus down some of these infestors. He is brawling with Symbol right now, but there goes the infested Terrans right into the place where they will be able to fire at the hatchery. So if Lowly does not come to defend, they will just take out his expansion.
Yeah,
and that's why they are just so good at forcing fights. But he's not moving them forward. Symbol, they need to actually move forward to be in range of the hatchery, wasting quite a bit of time on these infested Terrans. The hatchery will still go down, but that was kind of scary there for a second.
Yeah, and so the hatchery will go down. Looks like it is going to be game 1 for Symbol, but it really comes down, like, it pretty much happened right after I said it. Like, he had the roach advantage, but just those beautiful fungals by Symbol just completely changed things, and there's no way to recover from losing that much supply for pretty much nothing. And this looks like it's going to be, and there it is. There's the GG. Symbol will take game number 1 for this game. Congratulations to him. We will be right back with game number 2 of the opening match for day 3 in just a minute.